Hello there. So here we are at the concrete facility. It did take a little bit more to get the blueprints ready than I thought, simply because this is my first time using blueprints and I wasn't really sure what the limitations of them were. That being said, I do think that we got them sorted here. If I grab the correct blueprint, grab this here, and then this should be the correct one. Yeah. So grab the correct blueprint, and I'm actually going to set that as a hologram. Even if the frame of the blueprint is aligned, it's a little bit off because walkways can do weird things with blueprints. And I was able to have the walkway extend a little bit further than it's supposed to. But there we go. We have our resources coming in from this side, going up to that constructor, and then coming back out the same way they came in. That is the goal for this. We also have two stories of this. We have this bottom story, this top story. We have some lights that we're going to hook up. But yes, it is all good to go. And if we look at that, it should be the right color. I had an issue with that last time. Blueprints do save the color. They also save the recipes. So if you have a blueprint for a specific recipe and you want to use it for a different one, you're going to need to go manually change all of the recipes. Or you can set it up in the blueprint designer and create a new blueprint specifically with those recipes in mind. So now we need to line this up over there. I don't know that that's going to go too well. Blueprints I still find very finicky in getting them to line up in the correct places. So hologram it there, and then I believe 2 hits to the left will get it to be lined up just right over on that edge. Yes, looks to be correct. We have inputs and outputs pointing the right way. And there we have it. That is far more production than we need right now because we only have 2 nodes and we're limited by belts. But I'm actually going to keep going with it because I'm trying to build a complete facility here, or a mostly complete. We're going to end up needing to tweak it later. But if everything's in the form of blueprints, it's very easy to take down. You just pull out the dismantle tool and hit R to toggle it to blueprint mode, or hold R, and then we can get rid of that entire blueprint in an instant, which is very nice. But before we move on to the next part, I thought I saved this to be better. I'm going to need to remake this blueprint again in hopes that it works the way it's supposed to. If I can't get this blueprint working, I'll just have to manually build the walls. It's walls, so zooping it is, there we go, hold on, that might be right where we want it. So zooping it may just be the better way to do it anyway. So there we go, we have the start of this wall here. The goal of this wall is to frame the outside of our concrete tower, and you may be able to guess once we extend it around the entire concrete tower that it's going to look quite familiar to something like this. That is the goal anyway. We want it to look kind of like that. And so let's see if we can add another tower, another wall very easily. It looks to be, the answer is no. Can't even just put it on, there it is, okay. Had to get it lined up just right, but there we go. There's a little bit of wall clipping in, but that's kind of fine. If we're resembling a stack of concrete, it's the concrete thing is kind of soft, so it's just kind of like being pushed aside by the wall, and it makes enough sense. Okay, now let's see if I can line this one up. We've got a bean over here checking our progress. That's very nice. Okay, is that the right height? No. Because if I hit hologram. Maybe it is the right height. Hologram. No, that is not the right height. It needs to enter a little higher than that. But yeah, so this is the concrete tower, and this is how fast we're going to be able to build. I say fast, because this part's taking forever, because I can't figure out how to get the blueprints working right. But these main factory blueprints are going to be a huge help in getting us to have a very quick expansion into the next phase. So building these towers is going to take a lot less time than that very custom, very piece by piece built coal factory. Where's the wait button? I always forget. Anyway, so yeah, this will go faster. I'm just going to go ahead and put the blueprints up, and I will figure out how to do the walls later. But get the factory blueprints up. Do that. Looks to be about the right spot. Might need some pushing. No, it's facing the wrong way. 3, it's facing the right way. I do that, and it faces the wrong way for some reason whenever I line it up like that. Hologram it to move it to the side. These walkways should line up. They seem to be lining up, so we'll just place them there. Bam. Large amount of construction set up in an instant, and then we will do the same thing over here. Hologram it, except it's facing the wrong way, I think. So we can see that arrow by our cursor. That means it's facing the wrong way. We want it to not be there. And hold up. There it is. Nope, arrow's still in the wrong spot. There you go. Hologram it. Nudge it over to. And yes, that does seem to be correct. Pointing the correct way. Very nice. Yeah, so we'll get these walls set up. I'll get it all encased. I'll plug it in because we've got some lights here that are going to help when we don't have any walls or anything, or any windows in the walls to let in natural lighting. Which is kind of the intention with this facility. Like I said, I want it to look like a bag of concrete, and I think we will achieve that rather well. It's interesting that the walls are a different shade than the foundations, but that should be okay. It adds a few more tones of color to this otherwise not particularly bright facility. Yeah, there we go. This is going to be our concrete facility. We might need to expand it, we might need to rebuild it, but as you can see with the blueprints, both being able to make them and deconstruct them, it's going to be rather easy if we ever need to change anything here. Next on the list, finish up building the walls, attach everything, and then start building the inputs for concrete. We have a node over there and over here, and that's our other node. We're actually going to have them come around to the front because if we want more concrete to come in, we also want that coming around to the front. And I'll just have to figure out how I want to do that, especially with that node over there. It might be a little awkward getting that all the way over here, but we will see, and it should go well. So I'll see you back once I've got a lot more things hooked up and a lot more progress on this limestone to concrete facility. Until then.